Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Rambling Gypsy podcast. My name is Tiffany Foy. We are back on my porch today. We are fortunate to be fortunate. And there was a cat that was drug into town this week that I did not know about. That was a very big surprise. And this little girl means a whole lot to me. And this is Casey, everybody. So welcome her to the porch.
Hello.
AKA, you know how I change everybody's names and I make up my own things as I go along, hence the Gypsonary. But I do that with people too. And so this is my This is my Nugget. And I want you to tell everybody why your name is Nugget.
Oh, I thought you were going to take it away.
Yep.
So
this is my porch and I get to do whatever I want to do.
Perfect. That's like your whole life. Okay,
yeah.
So,
no, not really. I mean, whatever.
Okay,
You know,
so
I ask the question first, then you get to answer it, and then we get to...
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So
as long as you don't call me the other M word, because nobody has seen a real brawl on the porch yet. I know there's a first time for everything, but just think about
I mean, we could do. I may drown you with my bomb.
No. You can't be nervous on the porch. This we're gonna have a good time. Okay.
Lots of hot.
Nugget is
yes.
Nugget. Why?
So I worked for Tiffany for probably.
I'm gonna tell him that whole story.
A week.
Maybe.
And.
Really, your mom dropped you off at my front gate. If y'all want to be brutally honest,
yes.
Come on, that's what we do on the porch. So, yeah, I got a phone call one random weekend, and I've known her parents forever and ever and ever. So it's a long family relationship, and we're in this German town of New Braunfels, Texas, and it used to be a tiny German community. So
not so much more.
Our whole family knows her whole family, blah 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 blah. So I get this random phone call, and it was your mama. Your mama said, look, I do not know what to do with this child. You're the only one that can do anything with her. I am bringing her to you, please, for the love of God. And I was like, absolutely. Hence, now it's your turn. Okay. Shows up at the gate.
Yes, show up at the gate.
I don't know if she even stopped or if did you drive? I think she just made you do a tuck and roll.
Yeah, it was more so that I'm going to slow down to about 20 and it's just tuck.
Just go.
Yeah, protect the head.
Just go.
So anyways, I worked with Tiffany for like a week, maybe. Yeah. And every single day for lunch, I have Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. Every single day. They're cooking stuff at the food truck down on the water. Every day there's food. I'm not going to eat that. I'm picky. So I got Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets.
Her diet is
every
like
day.
A 2-year-old toddler.
Listen, it's changed. I eat salmon now. That's a grown-up food.
That is you went straight from 2-year-old to full-on adulting.
To basically eating kale.
What?
I mean, I don't eat kale.
What? We might need to call the EMS because I'm going to pass out on my own porch today.
I do like broccoli, though. So, see, we're stepping up little by little. We're branching out.
Do you know that that's green?
I know it.
So what's crazy is you and Nick have a lot of the same dietary habits, and y'all both eat like 2-year-olds, and I've talked about this before, how Nick does not like Mexican food, which is what in the blue hell. So I have to, when we go out, I've got to find a place that got the chicken nuggets on the kid menu, or she can get chicken and waffles or whatever, and that is 100% you. And I've told her, you and Nugget are so much alike. So that's where Nugget got her name Nugget. And so and we have another Casey that's in our life, and everybody will go like, I just don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, I've never, ever, ever, ever called this child Casey. Why? There's a Casey and there's a Nugget. There is not a Nugget Casey. Yeah. There's a Casey Nugget. There's not. Doesn't work
and that's
that way.
Every time I see other Casey on property, we scream at each other, Casey!
Yeah.
Casey! And I'm pretty sure he's the only one that has ever called me by my actual name on that property since mid-July 2017.
It's pretty crazy. Some of the kids will do it from occasion, and I'm like, why? But she's not. She's moved. Why are y'all even talking about her right now? And they're like, what are you even saying? I was like, never mind. We're not going to get along. Because y'all are just not following the rules. I have rules. I have names for people. I have my Gypsonary, and everybody gets a nickname. Sometimes it happens right out of the gate. Sometimes it doesn't. But you made it so easy for me.
I also think, though, that you should have, like, a phone book or, like, a list of, like, people's actual names next to their nicknames. Because sometimes
That phone book is in my phone.
Since 2017. And you still sometimes say a nickname, and I'm like, but who?
Oh, no.
I'm like, yeah,
exactly.
Yep, I'll go call them, and then I walk away, and I'm thinking to myself,
who in the heck is she talking about? Well, Nick goes through my phone, so we'll share contacts, and she'll send them. And so it all starts with Foy, and I'll send her the contact, and she will literally just drop my phone. And she's like, it doesn't even say their name in there. It's like, Nugget with the Chick-fil-A, she gets 6-piece with honey mustard, fries she likes, and then sometimes an extra side of a 4-piece, and all this is in your phone contact. It takes her 7 minutes to get down to the actual number and who this person really is. And she's like, I just can't with you. Yeah. And so when she sends me things, she's like, I just don't have this person's number. And I was like, well, what are you looking for? And she's like, I don't know what I'm looking for. That's the whole problem. It's definitely not George, because God forbid if you should put George in there, then that would make make life so easy.
No telling what's going to come up though.
I know.
If you typed in George in your phone, like somebody you have a curious George nickname?
It would be something to that effect. Yeah. And then I would take their photo in there and I would put the picture in there. It would definitely not be their picture. It would be Curious George. Yeah. And then it would make it even more confusing. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you sometimes forget who some of these people are? You're like,
oh no.
Okay.
I'll forget their first name. Yep. But I can tell them, go right to the phone. I'm going to look. You're going to find the little guy. Going to have a monkey sitting on his shoulder with the yellow hat, the red jacket, the whole. No,
just I can go. God forbid you forget their birth name. Just
when I get old, y'all are going to have a real situation. Y'all try to figure out who the. No, she is not going to get out of this home. She has lost her damn mind. What is she talking about? She keeps talking about nuggets, and she keeps talking about, I don't know. And there's this polo that she keeps looking for, and she's never even worn a polo before. She doesn't even have anything that buttons up right here. Never's worn a collared shirt unless it's got a fly collar with some belled arms, but... No, that's actually my kid. That's Polo. That's what?
No, they're going to lock you up. They're going to keep you locked up for a while.
I'm going to be in the cuckoo house. And if you motherfuckers leave me in the cuckoo house, I swear to pickles, when I pass, y'all are going to have the worst time of your life. I'm going to make all y'all's lives a living hell. You're welcome. Just know
my life already kind of is a little bit, but it's fine. We're in Alabama. Come on. It's not. It's glorious.
You can run, but you can't hide. I have traveled and done lots of things, and I know. And, we do have these little apps now.
Yes.
That can lead me right to your location.
Yeah. I do share my location.
You do.
And I have your location.
I know.
All the time. It was very helpful when I was still working for you.
But it's helpful now, so I know that you're still okay. Because it's one of those things that's very hard for me to, and we were talking about that the other day when we were talking about how I really appreciate like your mom calling me and so many others, which is kind of crazy because I have my own children that came out of my own vagina and that I've cooked and made and you can call it a cookie, you can call it whatever. It's got whatever, but that's like the real name.
Yeah.
In case y'all don't know. But anywho.
Thank you for a lesson.
Yep, you're welcome. And but with that comes football teams and baseball teams and other kids and with all the businesses and things that I've run across and even in FFA and 4-H and being in the daycare business. I mean, there's still so many of them that I just love and that we all stay in great contact. And it's hard when you guys leave and you spread your wings and fly, and I've already cried once on my porch, and I didn't have makeup on that day because I knew I was going to cry that day. And I don't know if y'all can see, but I got the mascareras on today. Got the mascareras on today, so we can't do. We can't. That's right. Yeah. So I can't be leaking. My eyeballs are not going to leak. They're not going to leak. They're not going to leak. But does make me happy to see you guys spread your wings and fly. And you did leave me. You didn't leave me. You said, I'll see you soon.
Yes.
And you went to Alabama.
Yes.
So you were with me for how many years?
June or July 2017 up until, because I came back last summer, so.
Yeah, 5 years.
So
almost
like 6.
Yeah.
Like 6 full summers with you, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm down at, you guys know Gypsy River Resort. So I'm down at the resort and we're working. It's 4th of July is coming up. It's holiday weekends. And so how it works on the river is if we have, depending on when the holiday falls, is a lot of people will celebrate the 4th of July and they'll have a shindig. Right. And so with us, it's 3-day minimums. And so for the way the holiday falls this year, it's like we actually have 3 4th of Julys. Yeah. So we have a group that was here last weekend. We have another group that's here now. And then we have another group that's coming at the end. So we are balls to the walls and working, and I'm down below, and all of a sudden, this little girl comes walking in. My little Nug comes walking in with her girlfriend Chelsea, and didn't tell me, didn't nothing. I knew you were in town. Mm-hmm. 1, because I know your location, and 2, because the kids knew that you were in town. And yeah, it was Nug's coming in town, but we're not supposed to tell you because she doesn't want to work. And I was like, wow, listen, look at this little shipwreck. So she comes into town, yes, for a big surprise. And I happened to have, we showed you Steiner last week when we had Steiner in the she shed, and I have to go somewhere after our session today on the hanging out on the porch. And so Steiner is at home and telling the dogs all kinds of stories and how she's mad at the world and how dare she be left like a peasant of a goat in such a situation. Yeah. Right. She's in her resort of the bathroom with a hay bale, and
your bathroom is bigger than my bedroom.
So Nugget has spent a lot of time at my house sitting, changing rude diapers, changing monkey diapers,
letting out dogs, feeding dogs,
all the things,
feeding your kid,
taking him back.
Did that a couple times.
Yeah. Which goes back to what I was talking to. I mean, y'all know we bounce a lot on this porch. I don't know why I don't have a trampoline sitting right here.
You should.
But when we were talking about your mom dropping off you, I got one I need to drop off. I don't know.
My mom's got an empty house now. Now it's payback time. It's payback time.
I just need a little help from time to time. Yeah. I need a little help from my friends.
Is that a song?
I just made it up.
Oh.
I'm going to send that to
I like the harmony.
I'm going to send that. Rio. That's a good one. I feel like I've got it all written out and it's all laid out for you. You're welcome.
I think you should.
When that hits top of the chart.
As soon as you walk out of the screen, you're going to be like, what was that word?
No, I'm going to text you and go, Nug. What were we talking about on the porch earlier?
I got nothing.
Yeah. That's
I got nothing.
It's just so mean.
Listen, my memory is like, I'm Dory.
You're a baby.
That should have been my nickname. Should have been Dory, because I'm going to forget something as soon as you tell me to do it.
That's what me and Kel talk about. Squirrel.
Yeah. And then I'm going to walk in you in 5 minutes and say, hey, what did you want me to get for you?
But does it help you when you go back to the same spot?
Mm-mm.
See,
no, it makes it worse.
Oh.
It makes it worse.
So you need a padded room. I know you do.
At least once a week. At least once a week.
So Nug and I have always had, I'm a lot. She's a lot.
No.
Yeah. Look, I can tell them. You can't tell them. I am a lot.
I was talking about me.
But no, I'm telling them about you too. We are a lot.
Yes.
But we've always had the best relationship, and we've hugged, we've said, you know what, fuck off, and you've said, you know what, okay, fine, and then, but you too. She's never really, never really just said fuck off. But I mean, I've heard it come out of your ears, like when the steam comes out. You know how when they do those little cartoon things and they blow the smoke and it does like the letters in the plane or whatever it says? Well, when you do that and you get mad, it comes out of your ears and it says fuck off.
Yes. I think I've raised my voice to you one time and then immediately was like, oh shit. Like I gotta grab the desk. I'm about to get my shit.
And then you're like Scooby Doo, and when his legs move and you don't go anywhere, and you're turning around, you're still standing there like, why are my legs not moving? Yeah. What is happening right now?
I can see the steam coming off your head just before even any words come out.
My head will do a 360, and then I get a cramp later, and I gotta work it all out. And then but
that's all fine.
Everything's fine. Yeah. I'll blow it off and then, and tell you I love you.
Yeah, in 5 minutes, you know what, lunch, I'm going to head into town.
Yeah, let's go have a beer and let's talk about what the hell we just did.
Yeah. Like, did we just yell at each other?
I don't know. Did I kick you? I didn't mean to. Did I trip you, or was that a pebble? What happened? Watch where you're going. Yeah. Sometimes you got to look down. Sometimes you got to look up. You got to pay attention to your surroundings. I promise it was not me. Yeah. It wasn't me.
Or other times too, we both kind of get heated and just worry about yourself and just would walk away. Just
that was the best thing.
For the rest of the day, just worry about yourself.
I think that is going to be one of the moments that is one of those moments. You and I are going to be, you're going to be telling this story, like I'm going to be telling this story about that particular day, probably forever and ever and ever. So we had to tell everybody this day. So this wasn't that long. I mean, what was this, 2-3 years ago?
You already had the gray vet.
Okay, yeah. So that was 2020, and it came. So that was all the COVID BS. So it was 2021. Yeah, so it was summer of 2021.
Yeah.
Yep, because we're in 23. Summer of 2021.
We're in 24.
Oh, pickles. Foik it. Happens to be our custom shop. Let me go ahead and give them a plug. Yep. Where is the time gone? What kind of cat? Oh, shit. Are you sure? Put these on so you can see. Are we really in 2024? Nugget brought her own glasses so she could look. Y'all know those are the ones that Kale gave me.
I got a little pea head. They don't.
I got a peanut head too. You need to get you a nice weave.
Nice little weave in.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Mm-hmm. But see, I don't have a lemur to rip my dreads out whenever I'm tired of them.
She big man. So anywho, let's go back to this. So I pull into the resort and I'm in my Corvette, and the way that the parking lot is, I kind of pull in it at an angle, and at this particular time, this guy, you know how we were just talking about nicknames or whatever, at this particular time, my ranch hand, which I've known forever, works for me, lives up top, and his nickname was Bullshit. So
good old bullshit.
Good old bullshit. And everybody called him Bullshit. I mean, it just fit.
Because that's all he did.
He was, right. He was just a good old bullshitter, good old redneck, good old rodeo cowboy, just a little, I weighed about 100 pounds dripping wet. Was wet. All 6'3", and I think 40 pounds of that was his hat.
Every dog every dog that you have ever owned weighs more than him, guarantee you.
Yes, absolutely. So we're sitting there, and Nug's in the front of the car, and I get out of the car, and I don't even remember exactly how the conversation got started, but she's at the front of the car. I'm standing, the door's open, I'm standing on the side, and Bullshit, mind you, is covered in shit because, I mean, farm, ranch, animals, boom, boom, boom. And he sits down in my car, and I'm like, wait, I don't even sit down in my car when you know me, I'll jump in the little, we have a whiskey barrel, which is our exterior outside sink for everybody to wash their hands at the bathhouse at the resort, or at the front bathrooms. And if I'm that dirty, I will literally, you've seen me, jump in that little sink and then throw a beach towel or something down to sit down. Oh, no, not bullshit. He just has himself a seat and just starts pushing buttons. And I'm like, what in the fuck? Get your ass out of my car before you start doing whatever. And so,
meanwhile, I'm just watching all of it.
She's sitting at the front of the car just laughing her ass off.
Because I know that he's about to get bitched at. I'm just loving my life or thinking that thing, like, I didn't mess this up. Like,
I'm looking at Nugget like, do you see that? What do you do? What is this happening right now? Like, what?
And it did.
It did. And I was like, what the fuck? But for whatever reason, then I don't know what or how the conversation moved, but I was so excited to tell you. And I was like, you need to worry about yourself.
It was.
And so then you were like, what are you talking about? Weren't you doing a video? You were taking a video of the car or something, weren't you?
Well, okay. So it started off with Bullshit doing all that. And then you said you made him get out. And then you reached in your back seat and you pulled out your little handheld car Swiffer.
Oh, it was in the front deal. It was in the front because there is no back seat. So it was in the front.
Yeah. Wherever it was.
That's right.
And then you started.
It's one of those. It's like a
microfiber Swiffer almost.
Yeah, I think they call it a California Duster or something. It was got like the big,
they had like the orange little fuzzy stuff on it.
Yes. I totally forgot about that.
You totally he got out.
I'm dusting the car.
Went over his seat, and then you got out and you made us get the cover out of out of wherever it was
in the back deal. Yeah,
and you were gonna go up to the farm. But it was like windy and it was maybe gonna rain, and so you didn't want the car to get dirty.
Yeah.
So before we put the cover on, you went around every inch of your car and
dusted it.
Before we put the cover on. And that is when I started videoing.
You have such a good memory.
What are you doing?
I know.
And the video is of you peeping out from behind the vat and you say, worry about yourself. And then you keep dusting.
Yeah. And you're like, why are you talking to me that way? And I was like, You need to worry about yourself.
Like, an Uncle Becca hat on with some Tiger King slang on it.
Oh, that's right. That was that time.
Worry about yourself, ma'am. Yeah. Take the hat off and then tell me.
But it was so perfect because I literally have watched that video, and if you guys, I don't even think was TikTok even around at that point. I don't think it was.
I think it was Vine.
Well, see, I didn't know like that. On
Facebook.
It was something, but. It's the cutest little girl, and she's trying to get in her car seat, or she's trying to buckle up her car seat, and her daddy's driving. And Nugget didn't know about this video, and she had no idea what I was even talking about. And so I'm like, oh my goodness, you have no clue what I'm talking about. It's like this is. She makes my heart so happy. She's like this little tiny. I know she's gonna be me someday. Oh, I just know she's just gonna tell him, "You worry about yourself." She like I know,
like the attitude, just the straight face,
so good. And she's got that little ginger hair, and she's trying to buckle in her seat, and her dad is like, "Do you need me to help you?" And she said, "No, thank you." And she's just trying so hard, and her little foot's going. She cannot get her. She's trying, and she's trying. Her dad just keeps asking her, and she loses her shit. And she says, "You need to worry about yourself." And he was like, "I'm sorry, what?" And she said, "No." She goes on or whatever, and she said, "Worry about yourself." And so I made Nug watch the whole deal, and it put a whole new light on the whole worry about yourself.
The first time you said it like three times.
Because I mean, but I think that was before you could get stars on your things or your whatever, or who's following or who's creeping and all the things. It's me. I'm the one that's going to get you your new car for your graduation because I've been stalking you and you worry about yourself.
I already bought it.
I did. You're welcome. I'm working on your college fund. That's what we're doing right now. Make
you
sure.
Worry about yourself, I got you, boo.
Exactly. You're going to get some stars from this deal hanging out on my porch. You've never even, I wonder how old she is now. But it was the cutest little thing. She's
probably going to be like 11, 10.
I would think so. Because, and I don't even know if that...
I don't even know how old that video was.
Right, whatever. When I got a hold of it. But so I mean, and it still comes across randomly.
She could be my age. No, the car seat was too new. It wasn't like just a...
Well, I mean, it had like 78 straps. That's why she was like, "You fuckers need to worry about yourself, and I only need one buckle." We would have already been on the road, and we would have already been.
I had like a 5-gallon bucket with like one little duct tape strap pretty much on across it.
No, you didn't even get the duct tape strap. They just threw it in the back.
Just in a bucket. It was just in a bucket with a bungee cord to hold the
Make
bucket
sure you
down.
get the old white one. Throw in that one. She can't get out of it.
Yeah, that's the only one that has a solid bottom.
The rest of them have burnt holes in it. Yeah. We tried to start a bonfire. We found it was a plastic bucket, but we lit it up.
It was perfect. It had a little bit of paint in it.
It was a great time. It was a great time. Yep. We had a nice barbecue last Sunday. Nugget's car seat got burnt.
Yep, it's fun. We molded it to
that is what Germans do in New Braunfels. That is how we have our Sunday afternoons.
It makes me think like shameless people. The way we just described bonfires with 5-gallon buckets. Like, if you just do shameless.
Oh.
Yeah.
It happens at that undisclosed location that we keep talking about because I get in trouble for name dropping all the time. Like, yeah. One time we had a little fire. We had to get the tractor involved, and
well, shit happens.
What
are you gonna do?
You're gonna mow it over. Get just a little water hose, spit on it or something, kick some dirt or something on. I mean, that's what we do. I don't know what other normal people call a fire department or something, but we don't do all that. That's
no.
I mean,
no.
Unless they're cute.
We got a kitchen sink.
We might call them.
We got a kitchen sink.
Yeah, well, up there, dump the trough.
Yeah.
Let the cattle out. They'll stomp it right on in.
Yeah, just pull the plug real quick.
Everybody, you want a steak? Medium rare. It's coming in hot. It's coming in hot. It'll take about 30 to get that hair off there, and then a little salt, pepper, a little Worcestershire. Yeah, be good. Yeah. I hate that stuff. That stuff's so nasty.
I don't like any sauce.
Well, we know your name is Nugget, and you said, I can't even believe you said kale on my porch. I feel like I should light my porch on fire, or maybe put a little, some juice, some holy
water.
Yeah,
that juice.
Which we talk about that a lot of times. We used to do that at the resort. Remember when I used to?
Yes.
So we would get Jesus candles and light them and set them. When I started my
first summer, there was about 300 of them in the storage room. I was very confused on what place I just got hired into. I thought my mom was saying to an actual farm.
Yeah. Are we religious, or is this a cult, or what are we doing with the... And
is there any color we can't wear on a certain day?
Are flip-flops okay, or do we need the real Jesus sandals?
Mm-hmm. And can we wear closed-toed shoes?
Right. Or do we need the black ones with the straps, the buckles, yeah, or the plaid where you have to button them
all the way up? You can't see your jugular or whatever. Well, your little whatever you call it.
Vagina is what I call it. That's what it looks like when you're my age. And if all you fuckers that are watching me on my porch right now, and if y'all make fun of my vagina right here, y'all can fuck off.
You can't even see it.
Well, I got this new roller thing on the Amazons. No, I really didn't get it on the Amazon. I got it, I'm one of those.
Was it a TikTok shop?
Fuck, I'll try anything.
Was it a TikTok shop?
I mean, it could have been. I was probably watching Boy About Yourself, and then the next advertisement was a thing, roll your vagina, and this is going to make you look like you're 20 again. And I was like, hell yeah. I'm going to worry about myself, and I'm just going to roll away. I feel like it's kind of working.
I mean, you can't tell it. Like, your neck looks like a
if you say normal vagina, I'm gonna kick you straight in the ding ding.
My girlfriend's listening. I'm not vagina.
All right.
Anywho.
Yeah. So let's talk about where you're going now. So you left me, and my eyes leaked, and they're not gonna leak today. So you left and you went to Alabama.
Yes.
And
we are just visiting Texas. We were here for like a month. We leave next Monday.
Because the whole family's in Texas.
What?
Because your whole family's in here.
Yes,
here.
Yes. I don't have any family other. I have one cousin in Boston, but Boston.
Yeah.
But so Chelsea's family lives Alabama, Georgia, so we moved there to be closer to them for a little bit. But August 1st, we are moving to Colorado Springs.
Changing the temperature.
Yes.
Changing the venue.
Yes. Very excited to be in the mountains, in the snow, get a feel for a state that actually has 4 seasons.
Right.
Holy shit, totally new.
Yeah.
And then just kind of seeing how it goes.
We
can
snow.
be there for 6 months. We can be
What
there
do you think about that?
Well, it'll be different. Who knows? Okay, you can agree though. The cold up there is way different than the cold
totally
here.
different. Ours down here,
it's awful.
Ninnies will fall completely off.
Absolutely. 100%.
It is brutal. We do not function. We do not come out. If it is,
and God forbid it snows, everything's closed. You can't drive on the roads.
You can't
do anything.
You can't anything.
Yeah, and whenever we went up to tour some places in Colorado Springs over the weekend of 420.
So what made y'all decide Colorado Springs?
So we knew we wanted to go someplace that had all 4 seasons. Just to kind of test it out.
Right.
We knew before we settled down and got married and had kids, we wanted to go to one more state, live it up in another state. It was between Colorado, Tennessee, one of the Tennessee. Carolinas.
Yeah.
And so we kind of just we've been to Tennessee.
So how are you guys able to just pick a random spot?
So
let's tell everybody about that.
So I work from home. I sell insurance.
Yep.
I can move wherever I want, do whatever I want. Chelsea works with kids. She's a BCBA. So she
What is that? Tell everybody what that is.
So that is a board-certified behavioral analyst. She's way smarter than I am.
Wait, stop.
Mm-hmm.
A who?
A board-certified behavioral analysis.
Okay, so I want everybody... Nope. We're going to focus here for a second. She said behavior analysis. And she's with my Nugget. That is a full-time job in itself. Do you have her on retainer, or how does that work in your relationship?
So I'm just really good at cooking.
So she takes it off your tab? Is that what this is about?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I feel like we settle everybody out because she...
Speaking of 4 seasons, I don't know if you guys can hear on the other side of the porch, but it's about 900 degrees on our porch right now.
It is.
So
I had to strip my top.
You just went to a whole nother season.
Yeah. It's only...
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. And so she's...
So she was with the school system. She just... finished with the school system, end of the year and all.
Right.
So she got hired on with this new company, which they have centers.
Oops.
She left the school district. She's now with a center, and they have centers all over the United States. They were actually started off in Austin.
Really?
Yeah. So
is it age related? Is it?
Yeah.
Does she work with certain age groups
she'll have
of whatever?
littles from I think it's 2 to 6, 18 months to 6. So she'll get out of the school system with the older kids. and she'll just go back in with the little kids.
So what puts these children in a behavior analysis program?
Just behavior issue. Mostly her thing is like autistic kids.
Okay.
Like helping autistic kids like deal with like the normalcies of everyday life.
Got you.
Kind of getting in onto like certain plans and stuff like that.
Got you.
So there's Colorado Springs has like 3 centers.
Nice.
And so we went up and looked at them and we're like, perfect, this is where we want to be.
That's so exciting.
Yes, I'm very excited.
Yeah. So you guys leave when?
So we leave to go back to Alabama to pack up everything. We leave next Monday, so the 8th.
Nice.
And then at like 3 a.m. And then we move to Colorado on August 1st from Bama, which is a 20-hour drive.
Wow. So y'all got a solid plan on how to make that all happen, right?
Yes. So we're trying to get Ty to fly up and drive the U-Haul for us.
Gotcha.
And then we'll have the car with the dogs.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Banking on Ty. If not, Mom, what are you doing?
Well, let me tell you. Y'all know about my calendar, and y'all know everybody.
Bring Black Betty.
Well, listen up here now. Look, we just got some news today, and y'all know about Gage, my oldest, and Rye, my daughter-in-law, and everybody knows my little birdie and my grandbaby that I've said we've been ready and waiting and whatever. Well, today is the day. She just had her doctor's appointment, and she weighs. Our little birdie weighs a little over 7 pounds. Riley weighs about 12 pounds herself. So that just tells you that the turkey is done. Everything's ready. And they're not going to let her go full term. And we are inducing, if it doesn't happen beforehand, we're inducing on the 8th. Yes. At 9 p.m., which it's a good thing that I don't sleep.
That is outrageous.
Yeah, but you don't know, but I mean, it just in general, your sister. Yeah, so let me just talk. We'll talk about your sister here in a second because you've been involved in all that, and that is some freaking rock star shit. I mean,
yes, absolutely.
My gosh, and I've known her sister, like I said, forever. But yeah, she has them in the freaking the little pool you get at the Walmarts for $12.99 is what her sister has the babies in. Yeah,
in the
middle of the living room with popcorn at the side and. I can't.
Yeah.
Anywho, but yeah, so yes, we're inducing, and so you guys are going to hit the road, and it is. I mean forcing your body to do things that are not. It makes it a little bit difficult, and it is tight. It is tight. It does take a while, so that's why they wanted her to come in. Come in at 9. But I already have my bag packed, so I'm good. Yeah.
You're fine.
I did. I got the bag packed.
Is Riley's bag packed?
She said she got it done. Okay. Mine's been packed along with the nursery. You got to see you and Chelsea got to see the nursery, and I really wish, and I was thinking about this again yesterday because I was going in there, because I just watched her sheets and her deals because I've got to finish stuffing the bumpers.
Oh yeah.
But and I really wish I would have got a video of, because I was telling you and Chelsea, because you guys came over, and if y'all didn't see the snippet that we did, our reel that we shared when we were teaching Steiner how to swim, that's Nugget that was in the pool with me. Because she's been around my farm. She's the one that I can call, and she knows can be gone for a year, and I'll go, hey, Nug, what's this? Which just go this one right here, and she'll go, huh. That's Wilson, or that's whatever, or that's Nelson and Wilson and whoever. I don't know, Bob and George and blah, blah, blah,
It also
blah.
helps that I gave them all of their own special names.
You did.
And then you would give them whatever names you saw fit.
So that's
but
how...
I felt like
that's how this relationship has worked. And then I forget, and I'm like, oh, it's Bob.
Yeah.
Nugget said it's Bob.
That's why there is a Nelson.
Yeah.
That is why
there is Nelson.
So.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, so you do, and you remember. So she came and she was teaching Steiner how to swim, helped me teach Steiner how to swim, and it was good. It was fun. But
it was very fun.
Yeah, so we have Drake's on the way. You guys are rolling to Colorado Springs. I cannot wait to visit because we spend some time down there. So we're down there a couple of times a year, and yeah, so that's gonna be really epic.
Very excited.
But I wish I would have gotten a video or at least a picture of when you guys walked into the nursery, because both of y'all's faces were jaw drop, big O smile, and of course and have seen, and just like when Steve was on my show the other day, he was like, I don't know if you guys know, but she's got like this weird creative or whatever, and it just makes my heart feel good that you guys, because nobody wants to get in here. It's a whole situation inside this head, but it is fun for me, and that I had so much fun putting her nursery together, and it's just it's.
When we got home, we ended up going over by Ty's, and we were talking to him about the nursery, and he was like, "Is there a picture?" And we were both like, "Shit!"
I know. I wasn't even looking. I wasn't even telling y'all anything. I was just looking at y'all's face, and I was like, "Oh, they really do appreciate how cute and how overwhelming and how beautiful it is."
Beautiful.
Thank you. It makes my heart so happy.
Taking pictures, I tried to explain it to my sister too, and I couldn't even get out the
it's
words
kind of hard to explain.
It.
So I did a video of it, and we'll try to show some pictures on the thing. And I know I've been saying that for all of our episodes, but we're working through. We've had some issues at the studio and what have you, but we will start getting to where we can show pictures. But I did a really cool video at one point, but it was before we hung her swing from the wall, which oddly enough, I've had that swing for 3 years. And then the chaps, crazy enough, Riley and I were antique picking, and y'all have heard me mention my chaps and you've seen my chaps that I have. And Riley and I were picking, and we were walking through this antique shop, and I see these tiny baby chaps, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm buying these." And she was like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "Because someday, somebody, I'm going to have my little birdie." And whether, I don't know which one's going to give it to me first. No, I already told y'all, if y'all can't get your shit together, I'm going to take your Nemos, and I'm going to take your little thingies, and I'm going to put them in the oven, and I'm going to cook it myself. That's how this is going to go down. And so, and then oddly enough, we're having a girl.
Yes, I'm so excited.
And I have no girls. And in your family, it's
only
all girls. It's all girls.
Yeah. 2 girls, 3 grandkids,
yes,
all girls.
All girls. And we have, finally both my nephews ended up having girls. But I mean, it's been from boys to boys. My sister had boys. I had all boys. Then no girls. And then finally the last of the Mohicans for both my nephews was girl and girl. And then boom, my first one. And I was like, Gage, were you standing on your head? What were you doing?
Now you're not going to get any more boys. I feel like that's, Jared.
That's insane. Jared. I know.
He was one of all 3 boys, estrogen. And now he has all 3 girls.
Right? Isn't that crazy?
It's just ridiculous.
So your sister, when she has her babies, she does the home births.
Yes.
And she's the only person that I've ever known that has ever done that.
And all of hers have been over 9 pounds.
And your sister is how tall?
We're this. So I'm 5'5", she's 5'6", so she's just a little bit taller.
So Lisa's
5 foot even. My dad is 6'2".
Yeah.
So we're pretty much right in the middle of both of my parents almost.
Yeah.
But sister is, and she's my size too. She maybe has 10 pounds on me just because she goes to Orange Theory almost every morning, works out.
She looks so good. She's so good. Yeah.
She's a terrifying woman.
Yes. I mean, anybody that can get the Walmart pool and just sit down and go, "Hold up, shabam."
Yeah.
How's that? Yes, literally. I remember when she was having, weren't you in the living room when she was having Wally and you guys were watching cartoons or something? Or was that June?
So it was June. I wasn't even home yet. I was.
Well, one of them, you were sitting in the living room.
So it was Wally. I wasn't sitting in the living room.
First of all, can we talk about her baby names and how stinking cute? Okay, so look, y'all, it's Porter, Wally, and June, and it is literally the cutest thing ever.
Yeah, little angels.
Oh my gosh. And butterballs, and I mean just the cutest, and their personalities is just
feral. And Porter's a sweet little mommy. She wants to take care of everybody. She wants to do everything. Cute. She's so helpful. Wally, don't give 2 shits.
I mean, her name is Wally, as she should. Yeah, it's the best thing ever.
You want Wally to do something, Sharon just looks at you, and she'll go do it. But she's just I have so much better things to do right now.
That's my third one. The one I need help with. It's I ain't doing it, but I'll do it.
And then June is just feral. You're lucky if she has shoes or pants
I feel like you need to find a different name besides feral.
No, I need you to take her for an hour and just feral.
And then just make an assessment.
Yeah, Kaylee sells makeup,
Chelsea does this. Just
She don't get paid for that.
Well,
and ain't nothing.
And she's got. So is there categories when they send the Junes over there, and she goes, "Oh shit, yep, this one's feral."
No,
this is a no return policy.
No, it's just,
you're not.
June is just When we came down for Christmas,
Yeah.
we were camping out at the lake at with my family and everything. And June went down to the lake and found a dead turtle carcass that's still, like, the shell and all, and the turtle was still outside of the shell. Dead. It was just a skeleton. And June brought it back and was like, look at my pet, Mommy. And my sister was like, okay, just don't put it in your mouth and don't lick your hands afterwards.
Don't lick its face. Don't give it any mouth to mouth. It's a goner.
No. And she just
stinks.
She sat underneath the camper for hours and just played with this dead. And my sister was like, I don't care. She's calm. She's by herself. I don't care. She's good. And it was like that. June is just, I feel like June grew up how we all grew up, just on a farm, just
barefoot.
Yes.
Which she'll never get sick. She'll never have a problem.
Exactly.
And even if she sneezes, she'll go like this,
and
or she'll go wipe it on her sisters. Yes, exactly.
End up on the turtle shell.
See, that was me. I was dirty all the time. I mean, I still am. I mean, I left the resort Saturday night, 2:30 in the morning, driving down the road. I look up. I'm thinking those were eyes that were shining. And it's pitch black. And, we're off on the beaten path. There's no such thing as street lights. I mean, we're out in the country.
And it's windy.
Yes. Yep. And it's holiday weekend. There's drunks everywhere. And I'm thinking, that was 2 black cows. Pull over. I'd just taken my boots off. I'd been going at it for 22 hours a day in this heat. And sure enough, it was a mama and her baby. So there I am,
middle of the road,
with no shoes on, hiking through the gravel that's on the side of the asphalt, going through the stickers, going through the burrs, finding the barbed wire fence. I got them.
But you handled it.
I did. I saved the cows. I saved the baby. Yep. I was talking to my brother today, and I was like, now it could be so-and-so's, could be so-and-so's. It's on this side. He was like, let me make a couple phone calls. And I was like, cool, just let him know. It's time and a half at 2:30 in the morning with no shoes on. I'm going to need an extra bonus. Yeah. Here's my Venmo. I saved your cows. Yeah. You can go ahead and pay me. So I get it.
The difference between you and June is you had pants on. June just doesn't ever have pants on.
Well,
that's the only difference.
You're right.
Yeah, that's just the only difference.
But yeah. No. Another 20 minutes and I may not have. I'd already gotten the shoes and the socks.
Yeah,
which know me.
You were working.
I was on my way. I mean, when I, just like we were talking about earlier, when I'm leaving and I'm filthy and I'm dirty and I don't want to get in my car, and then I will literally jump in that little wash tub and wash my ass and get some of the funk off.
Yeah.
And
try to. And
yeah, it does help. But, sometimes you just can't. You just got to just drop your draws, and you just got to just let her hang out and
go.
Gotta
let it loose.
It was good. We had to save the cow. She had to save the turtle. But,
Turtle's gone.
There's
no saving that baby.
A couple days late. It's fine.
She got a new pet, but it's she was calm.
Take her to the pet store. You want me to get her a turtle?
You, by all means, go pick her up and take her to a pet store.
I won't take her to the pet store. I'll take her to the river, and her and I will go get one ourselves. They're much cheaper, and she will have a lot more fun doing that.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I mean, she can swim too, so just throw her in.
That's perfect. We just grab a pair of tongs out of the food trailer and just go pick us one up off a log. You like this one? Perfect. Whoop, whoop. We'll put it in the thing and let it snap around a little deal.
One of them little things in the food truck and one of them little, plastic containers with a lid on it.
Yeah, we won't even put a lid on it because she's going to want to feed it like a rock or crack or something. I know they like rocks. It's fine. She's going to lick this one.
I'm telling you.
Which goes to my word of the day from last week was Licky Lou. So I'm pretty sure, I bet she is Licky Lou was the word of the day from last week. So today's word of the day is asshat. So good. It's so good. Yeah. So the description of an asshat is an individual that acts like a complete ass without wearing an actual hat.
Yes.
You can refer to a dunce cap.
As an asshat?
Just the hat.
Okay.
So the dunce hat, so they're usually the ones with the little helicopter,
the
little
flyers,
the little
propeller.
There it is.
Yep.
So I drew one on my little description for the Gypsy, and I said, "What do you think about that, Nug?" And she said, "Why?" I said, "I think it looks like maybe a lemon slice on a butter knife or something." She goes, "No, doesn't." I'm feeling an upside down wheelbarrow, and I was like, "You need to just stop feeling."
Or like a water well,
a water wheel.
Yes,
we talked about those at Loretta Lynn's ranch.
Like I feel like that's literally what it looks like. Like because if you see them because they're normally on a slope and they've got like rock and shit over them, and they've got the trough in between them.
You're gonna have to turn that to landscape mode. portrait mode. I don't know. I get in trouble because I never remember which one's which is why I always turn the thing the wrong way.
Landscape. Portrait. Landscape.
Stop yelling at me.
Horizon.
That's why when y'all go, so are you going north or east or where? I don't know. I'm going straight.
My car tells me
I don't know. I'm going to go straight. If you can tell me if you need to pass this one donkey and then you're going to stop at that one bar. You remember where we had that one bar and we had them long necks that time? And then you're going to take a left. I know exactly what you're talking about. Tell me a
descriptive like a fence. Hey, there's cattle panel on this side. There's barbed wire and there's picket fence. And
exactly.
I'm good with that. Tell me if there's a break in some barbed wire and you take a right across. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
But you're going to ask me if I'm going to go north and south and
this. Don't tell me to travel 2 miles west and then head east.
What are you even saying right now?
It's like that would be. I go back. I'm not doing any of that.
No, that's just
stop using NWES.
No, that's just too much. That just gave me a headache.
Yeah, honestly,
that's too much to think about. So Colorado Springs is going to be fun. I'm super happy for you. I'm so proud of you. I've just watched you go from nuggets to kale.
I don't actually eat kale.
Broccoli.
Yes.
You did say kale. You did say kale on the porch.
Chelsea was drinking a smoothie this morning that had kale in it, and so it was just on the
Was
brain.
It green?
No, actually, it was like a blueberry, strawberry, banana.
So you can't see the green?
You can see the little bitty pieces.
See, I feel like when they do those kind of things, that if you would just put it in like a cup like yours, then where we don't have to look at it.
Yeah.
Then I'm all about it.
And Chelsea was eating with a spoon.
So she was looking at it and scooping it. Mm-hmm. That's dedication.
Yeah, I would like a straw, like maybe like your straw, like a metal straw where you don't see it through it.
Yeah, I don't want them to hand me a cuppy of green. Mm-mm. Something in my head just is like
bad.
See,
bad.
June wouldn't like that either.
No, absolutely not.
No, she'd be like, "Has this got the vodkas in it? Or what are we doing with it? Why is this grassy shade of green?"
You'll laugh at this. So last night we were over at my sister and Jared's house, and Wally came up to me. Wally's the middle one. She's 6. Yeah, she's 6. And she said, "Kiki, I can't eat diet." And I said, "I'm sorry, I'm going to need a little bit more."
Yeah.
Like, you can't eat diet.
Let's sit down and talk about it.
And she just kept saying, "I can't eat diet. I can't eat diet." And I was like, "Wally, what can't you eat? Like, stop saying you can't eat diet. Like, what in your diet can you not eat?" And she said, "Well, I can't have chocolate milk, and I can't have cookies, and I can't have ice cream." And my sister was cooking, and she was like, "Wally, you can't have dairy. Like, dairy."
And I feel it. See,
Wally said,
I'm lactose intolerant too.
Wally said, "Yeah, my diet." And just walked away, and I was like,
I totally feel you, Wally.
At least she knows everything in her diet, though. And she knew that she couldn't have it.
Well, I had, this was probably a month or two ago, and y'all know what drumsticks are. Not the ones that you eat, not the nugget ones, but the ones that you buy.
The ice cream.
Yes.
The best ones.
Oh my God, I love them so much. It's so bad.
Because it's like salty and sweet
it's
and
crunchy. 3 a.m. and I'm just like, I'll have 3. Yep. And I hide them in my freezer. Well, it's 3 a.m. I mean, I got to get up and I'm like, oh, yes, I'm going to do this. And I do. And I should stop at 1. But then the second one, I'm just getting primed. And the third one is like, God, it was so freaking good. Well, then this clearly was on a Sunday or Monday. But it was before season. And Nick comes over. She texts me that morning. And I said, "I'm dying." And she's like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "I ate an ice cream cone." And she's like, "What is your problem?" Like, she's never seen me knock down. I mean, you know me. It takes a lot to knock me down. And she's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "I had an ice cream cone." And she was like, "Well, so what is your problem?" And I was like, "Well, I didn't eat one. I had like 3 of them." And I'm so like, and then I probably had like a block of cheese that day. And then, you know, I don't drink milk, so you can forget all that. But I probably had, I don't know, by everything. Me and Wally, we got problems. Yeah. My diet is the same as hers. And I had it all in the same day. And then I topped it off with 3 freaking drumsticks. Yeah. And I was literally curled into my bed the next morning in the fetal position. Nick sitting on the floor. And I'm literally just hanging my head over. Like, I mean, I thought I was going to die a slow death. I was like, can you just like go get the machete from the river and just like just cut me or something. I don't know. What do we do? I can't. She was like, I'm just going to go get you this sorbet or whatever. And I was like, no.
Sorbet?
What does that even mean?
That's fake. That's not ice cream.
No. God. No. I'm just going to lay here and die. And I'm going to do it once a year. Yeah. Put it on the calendar.
Mind you, would you grab one day drumstick in there?
Wait by yourself. Ass hat.
There you go.
Exactly. You see, that's how you use that.
I also feel like I've heard you say that when we were driving down a street and you
or at the resort where I'm like, there's an ass hat staying in site 8. Who is it? What do we do with it? What do I do? I'm gonna turn their hat around. I'm gonna turn it around.
Come here.
I know.
Who do I know this person?
I'm gonna cut their little their propeller, whatever you call it.
Before I yell at him, I know him.
Yeah. Before I tell them they have to leave. Yeah. Or do y'all personally know these people before I tell them they can go fuck off?
Yeah. Have they ever stayed here before?
Right.
Cool.
I say it all the time. Pull their history. Exactly. Pull a file and I know. Yeah. Because clearly they're new. Yeah. Because they wouldn't do that.
They're not on the list. So
no.
Pull their file. See what else they've done.
Yeah, because we have a whole list of things. We have the good, the bad, the VIP, the ass hats. You drop it down and it says
the dumb shits.
Yeah.
I feel like the dumb shits are underneath the ass hats.
Yeah. So we have kind of like when we were talking about the gypsy, we have a situation and we have a fluctuation. So your situation is, oh shit.
Not as bad as a fluctuation.
A fluctuation is, oh my gosh.
It's, holy
you got to call the insurance company.
Camp's on fire. Close it down.
Exactly. You got to call in the hot fire guys. The fire. Well, I mean.
Remember when we
you can call them anyways. Yeah.
Camp's on fire?
Yeah.
That was a good little joke.
That was a good one.
That was a good joke. Mm-hmm. You freaked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are so mean.
It was just me and Marco. We thought it was hilarious.
Right. Y'all wonder why I have to go get my weave put in all the time. Because y'all make my weave fall off. And well, yeah. You're right.
It was a thing about this. It was 2018. It was a Sunday.
I don't know how you remember nonsense like this.
Because I'm really good at my brain is really, really well. Not sure how.
No.
Not sure how.
I would really like to just
take a scan of it.
You know, just get in there. Just do a little
like a magic school bus through the nostril type thing.
See, and I feel like mine would be the same, but it wouldn't be. We have for 2 totally different reasons.
Yeah, summer day, 2018. It was on Sunday
at 1:39 p.m. and 47 seconds. I just walked out. I took 2 steps out the door, and then I hit my walkie, and then I said, "Hi, George," and then
it was
said,
Marco.
"Oh,
it was Marco." But,
the polo. Remember?
It was pretty close. And no, and me and Marco were like, "Man, it's hot as shit. It's a Sunday. We're over this."
Yeah.
And so we texted in the group message, "Holy shit, camp's on fire. What do we do?" It lasted. Our giggles lasted all about 45 seconds, and then we got a paragraph of "What the fuck you mean? Mm-hmm. What do you do? Yeah. Call the fucking cops!" What? And then we had to quickly.
That was me.
It was just a joke. Just a joke. Camp's not on fire.
No,
and
it's
then we
not
had to
a
pick up
joke.
trash for the rest of the day.
And thought about our choices, which is exactly what we were talking about earlier on the porch when her and I would bump noggins, and I was like, "You need to go sit down." She would ask me questions all the time because this is how Nug does it. She'll call me and she'll go, "Question," and I'll go, "Answer," and this is how we start our deal. And you do it all the time. Call, question, and I'll say, "Answer." it's like the beginning of our the game show.
Yes.
It's like the beginning of our game show. Question. Answer.
Yeah, and it's always just a quick little question, and then it's...
And sometimes she'll say question, and I'll go, answer, and then she'll ask me, and I'll go, "You need to go sit down and think about your question."
And then it's just a hang up. And then I think
and then she calls me back, and she goes, "Another question?"
I give myself 5 minutes. I give it a break.
Let me regroup. Yeah. Let me think about what I said.
About my dumb ass.
You it's so good. But we have such a mutual respect on that thing, and we've always just laughed about it, and we still laugh about it. And I just love you so much for all of that, and I'm just so proud of you and where you're going, and I'm just super excited that you're going to Colorado Springs. So I can come and hang out and come to pick you up. We've talked about some trips you get to go and hang out with us down there.
Super excited.
Me and Nick, and so that starts off in January, and so yeah.
Well, I can definitely say I would not be anywhere without you. Where I am now.
Now, look, we already talked about the ice leaking on the porch.
Look, it's not going to happen, but I'm just saying, you were a very big part.
Thank you. That makes my heart happy.
Me becoming 21.
Thank you.
I was kind of a little iffy
Thank
still,
you.
but Yes,
it was
you
good.
were a
We've had
very
some
big
good
part.
memories.
You
We've had some
definitely,
good
I
time.
grew up a lot with you.
That was
So
good. It was fun.
thank you for that.
I love you. I
Love
love
you.
you so much. Yeah. So, you guys, thanks for hanging out on the porch with us. Nug, I'm so glad that was the best surprise Saturday ever.
Glad
Thanks
I
for
surprised
jumping in and it was so cute. And I think we skipped through that, but she came in and surprised me and I handed her Steiner and a walkie. I had to diffuse an entire situation we had down there. That was an hour and a half. And then the next thing you know, I've got my walkie and I can hear my guys, my team, radio Nugget. Hey, Nug, welcome back. We're so glad to have you back. We're so glad you're here. And I'm telling you, sometimes you think, there's a time and a place and there's a reason why things happen. And my eyes are about to start leaking, but
Stop it.
it was so good to have you there.
Yes.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you. Hey, you guys, my eyes are not going to leak on the porch.
Nope.
Yours aren't either.
Nope.
We're both sweating balls right now because our porch is Texas hot. Thanks for joining us. I love you guys. Like, share, follow. Feel free to comment, and I'll keep you guys updated on Nug and Chelsea and their adventures and their road trips on leaving the Bammies and headed to Colorado Springs, the Four Seasons, and all the good things.
Yes.
So thanks for joining us. Love you guys.
Bye, guys.
I love you, Nug. Take care.